What's up everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here to do an in-depth review in details, everything you need to know about the Micro MT4 skates, these skates right here. So first off, these skates come in two versions, the MT4 Lavender, which I have here, and then the Flash, which comes with a see-through shell and then light up wheels. So a lot of people are going to say these skates look like the other models. Yeah, they look like the other models, but then there's a few changes here. So for instance, on the MT4 we have a different frame on here, and then instead of the usual 45-degree buckle, there is a 45-degree velcro strap here. And also yeah, so those are just the notable, the visible differences from when you first look at them. So I'm going to take these skates apart piece by piece and then show you slowly from the wheels, the frames, the mounting system, the liner, and then basically just break it apart for you to see what we have here and what are the upgrades. And if you love them and you want to get them, sure, I'll link them in the description below and then you can get them. So let's go into the wheels. So the wheels that come on the MT4 Lavender are 80mm, but then the hardness is not written on the wheel. So I've had like a few sessions with this, and then they have they've developed like a little bits of cracks on them. I don't know if you can see really clear, but then there's a few cracks on them. Now generally, like, stock wheels are not really the best wheels, and a lot of people that buy skates usually are not skating the stock wheels because they are just great enough for a few sessions and they don't last like so long. Also, one thing I noticed is the urethane on this wheel, the amount of urethane on this wheel is less than the amount of urethane on the aftermarket wheel. So this is another wheel, same from Micro, but then these are the Micro performance wheels, fairly cheaper than a lot of wheels on the market. But then if you look at this closely, you realize there is more urethane on this wheel than on this wheel. And I've had like more sessions on this one than on the MT4 wheels, but then there is more cracks on the MT4 wheels than on these wheels. In fact, there is like almost no cracks on here. And so that's about the wheel, not so great, and this will just be good to go around, you know, for a few sessions. I'm sure they will last long enough, but for me personally, I wouldn't use these wheels. So that's about the wheels. Let's move to the frames. Okay, so the frames that come on the MT4 are definitely different from the ones that come on the previous models, because yeah, as you can see here, the frame design is different from the ones on the previous model. And also one significant difference is the MT4 frames have a bridge in here, this middle part here, and then this part is to actually make the frames a little more stronger and more stiffer. So they have no flex, absolutely no flex. When you put pressure on it this way, it doesn't flex anyway. And these frames are actually a little bit thicker than what comes on the previous models. And also, yeah, like I said, it has a bridge here which makes it very stronger. And also another difference is on this one, the bolts go in from the inner edge. So if you have your skates this way, and you would want to change wheels, you just have to bend your feet to the outer edge this way, and then the bolts are on the inside. You can just change the wheels instead of having the bolts on the other side where you have to bend weirdly this way. So that's a plus. You can just turn your feet right out this way and then change the wheels if you have a problem with them. So not much to say about the frames. I like the looks, they are great. Also, the frames allow you to actually move from side to side under the boot because of this wide space here. So if you mount them this way, you actually have the option to move them slightly to the left and then to the right. So this is a 165 mount. Usually that's the mounting system for most of the urban skates on the market. This here allows you to move your frame a little bit forwards and backwards depending on your riding style. So let me take it up from the inside so you know what it looks like. So from the inside there is like this metal plate here, if you can see from the inside, there is a big hole in the skates, and then there is a metal plate in there where this goes. So this is where the screws go from the frame and then into this piece right here, and this piece goes into the metal plate you have in there. So it goes in there this way, if you can see, and then there is a little more room to move it from up and down. So from the outside it goes up and it goes down, as you can see from here. And so this gives you the option to move your frame a little bit forwards or backwards depending on your riding style. And then you have this here, so this covers it. There is a little bit of plastic piece here, it has back in here, the one in the front has front, so this covers it nicely this way, keeps it locked in, and then in the back you have it like this. The mounting system being adjustable up and down, it doesn't really have any effect on the push or energy transfer or anything. Like on the previous model, it was just a single point, one in here, one in here, and then there was no other option to move it up and down. But then being able to move this up and down, initially when I got it, I thought there was going to be a little bit of a shaking in here, but then there is no shaking, it's very stable. Being able to move the frames up and down is actually fun. You get a different riding style. Like the other day, I had it move forward on my left and then move backwards on my right. It was very weird, but then I did enjoy it. So that's about the mounting system. Last but not the least, we are talking about the liner. The liner that comes on these skates are a little more comfortable than the one that comes on the previous skates. The main reason being this one has the neoprene on the toe, and this gives you a little more room for your toes. But then these liners are actually true to size, so if you're a 42 you get a 42, so this is a size 42. But then also with the neoprene on the toe, you have a little more room and a little more comfort for your toes. And then another difference is underneath the liner, the shock absorber isn't here. On the previous version, the shock absorber was underneath the liner, but on this one it's not. And so the shock absorber here is in the footbed inside the liner. Looks very tiny, but then this works very well. You wouldn't believe it, it's amazing. It comes with lace loops, and then you can lace all the way from the shell, very long laces. You can lace all the way from the shell and then into the liner to have that extra support. So that is also a good thing, really great improvement on the liner, and it's amazing. And then these are true to size, like I said earlier. So if you're a 42, you go in for a 42. If you're a 41, you go in for a 41, and so on. For most of you that watch my Instagram, you realize I'm usually skating them as a 125. Now, as a 125 skates, they are equally very supportive because the caps on these skates are a little high, and then because you can lace the liners too, you get that extra support from the liners, and then the caps being a little high. But then it's definitely not going to be as supportive as a carbon skates will be, because usually most people skating 125s are skating them on carbon shells, which are obviously more supportive. But then this plastic shell skate equally works very well as a 125. I'm skating them most of the time. I'm able to do all the jumps and spins, and recently all the flips I've been able to do on these plastic shells as a 125. So support wise, as a big wheel skate, they work really well and I like them. And then as the regular 80mm skates, they are extra supportive. They are more supportive as an 80mm than they are as a big wheel. But then I'm able to go around fine as a big wheel because the caps are high and you get that extra support from lacing the liners. And so both ways it works very well. But as to which is better, I think skating them as 80mm, you get more support from skating them as an 80mm than skating them as a big wheel. But big wheel equally works for me, and that's just me. So are these great skates? Yes, they are really great skates, really amazing at the price at which they come, and all the customizations you can do on them. Yeah, they are really amazing. Do I recommend for beginner skaters? Yes, this is perfect for beginner skaters because you have more support on the side. Is it equally a good recommendation for advanced skaters? Yes, it's a very good skate for advanced skaters, but for advanced skaters, I would recommend you change the stock wheels for something like this, because for advanced skaters, definitely you tear through these wheels within a short period of time. So that's about it on the Micro MT4 Lavender skates. If you love the reviews and if you want to see me do more, kindly give me a thumbs up. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Any other questions, I'll answer them in the comments below. And please be sure to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you again on another video. Cheers.